first encounter with student media was a mistake. I went to the wrong source session, and I ended up in the session for student media instead of creative writing. And I was too shy to leave, didn't interrupt their presentation, so I just stayed. I was like, hey, this would be cool, so I decided I'd give it a try.
I was so nervous when I met everyone because everyone seemed so much older and mature, and I just seemed like this baby freshman that didn't know what to do. But now I realize, like, now that I'm the senior and an editor-in-chief, like, I'm that person who has to be mature and older.
Basically, work a 30-hour-a-week job for no money. And it's great, like, I've gotten a lot from it, but the workload, man, I never expected anything like this.
But I kind of knew this was going to be probably something that like I wanted to dedicate more time to than my classes. But I didn't know like how it was going to be like effortless. Like I spend so much time, and I've spent so much time working for student media, but it's almost felt like something I've had to do.
Sports and entertainment. Right? Sports and entertainment. Collective group of creative minds.
Academic fraternity.
Like a little family.
And we have similar interests, and we come together and work, and we're with each other all the time, so much to the point that we drive each other crazy.
I think a lot of people literally just hear student media and they're like, oh, the newspaper. And people need to understand that that's not all we do.
The different divisions are Creative, Georgian, Reflector, The Circle, Business, and Marketing.
Our job is to help people realize like there is life beyond just your own on our campus.
The reason that you have this paper is so that other people's voices in our campus are heard, your opinions are heard, all your stories are heard, the news happening on campus, anything happening, you are going to hear it from us. And it's going to be more personable than if you hear it from, say, the Statesboro Herald.
A big part of any newspaper or media organization like ours is to keep documents. And it doesn't have to be physical documents like a newspaper, but we are the ones on our campus who are helping to document the history. So when people are looking 10, 20, 50 years from now at what was happening in 2015, they're going to look to us, and we're going to be the ones who want to capture that experience.
It's an experience you can't get anywhere else, because like no other paper is going to hire someone who's like a freshman in college, but we will.
The marketing division, we mostly plan events. So we plan events for like launch parties for like the magazine. We do a lot of recruitment.
Creative oversees like all the creative processes that go into like making a newspaper, making a magazine. They do photos, graphic design.
It's probably the only place that you're going to work where everyone around you is in the same boat as you. They're all taking classes, they all want a job, you know, they're all trying to meet people that are going to make them better people and, you know, potentially help them get where they want to be in life. So I think it's kind of unique how we're all in the same place and we can all connect in that way.
A lot of fun. It's a way to get out there and to do stuff that I know I like to read and I like to pay attention to, and I get to create that for other people.
It does let me have all this experience, but then I also get to have all these connections through everyone I met in this organization, and you get to have so much fun, and I think that's so important that you're not only learning what you're going to do, but have fun while you're doing it.
I really like writing, and I like helping the community and getting information out to them.
Learned a lot about communications and myself even, and I've made lots of friends, the fam, you know.
It's really a good sense of community in my opinion, and there's definitely like groups within groups, but at the end of the day, like when you're in the newsroom, like you're in the newsroom. It's like our own little world, and I love the ideas and the conversations and the topics that everyone talks about. It's always a good time. Always a good time.
Most of the time, like, you're putting a big group of, like, college friends together in a room with computers and desks, and we're like, man, have you seen this GIF? Or, like, what about this funny story on BuzzFeed? There's usually paper airplanes. I'm not kidding. It's not that, like, it still happens. They're installing a basketball hoop. Like, I don't know, the newsroom is really cool because it's like our sanctuary on campus. Like
I said, I think everybody almost feels like it's not just like an obligation, but like they really feel like it's a responsibility they want to have. Like everyone that shows up, shows up. You know, if you're in student media, you're in student media. You've made it through the boring meetings. You've made it through the David talks. Like you want to be there. And I think that's kind of what's different about us.
I hope that everyone in student media now and the people that, I don't know, join the candidate program next semester and the semester after that, after they take the ideas that we're coming up with right now and the ideas that we're going to come up with next semester or next week or tomorrow, and they just run with it. And I hope that they have so many ideas, and I hope that they're so excited and that they're never afraid to tell people and to like make the board a crazy ass mess, because that's the most fun that we have, is when we're brainstorming and when we're all like just being way out of control and insane because we're all so creative. And I just hope that all the people that come into student media never lose that, because I think that's our best quality.
For me, student media has been the foundation of who Lauren Gorlin is now. When I started here, I was a young freshman who was excited about college and wanted to get involved, and I thought I had a plan, a 5-year plan that would work out and the steps would follow and everything would be great. And then sophomore year was the big moment where I was like, what am I actually doing with my life? Oh my gosh. And I had like a mental breakdown. I remember in one executive's office and I was just like, what am I doing? Like, who am I? And she told me, she was like, sit down and think about and write down what matters the most to you and like what you spend your time doing. So I wrote down, and my number 1 was crocheting, which, you know, it's like, I don't know if I can really make a career out of this. But my number 2 was the Georgia Ann and my time in student media. And when I think about that moment sophomore year, it's just like that has become the foundation for where I am now. And if I didn't have student media, that foundation wouldn't be here. And, you know, freshman year me, thinking about senior year Lauren, I don't think I come anywhere close. I was going to go to grad school, I was going to be like a professor, and now I have just a multitude of opportunities that I didn't think were even possible for myself.
Exceptional.
creative.
Fun.
Experience.
Man. What's one of those big words that you use to indicate that you have a good time?
Exhilarating.
Exhilarating.
Amazing.